Last week at Samsung's Unpacked event, the company announced its latest true wireless headphones with the Samsung Galaxy Buds Live. And we have a pair in-house, and we're going to take a look at what these $179 active noise cancellation true wireless earbuds from Samsung have to offer. Before we get started, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell to get notifications whenever we share a video. Yes, elephant in the room, the design of the Galaxy Buds Live is a bit interesting. While Apple caught a lot of flack for creating AirPods that look like Q-tips, I think the headphones that look like jelly beans are also just as strange. Regardless, this form factor is probably one that's going to universally fit more people's ears, because apparently the inside of your ear is kind of shaped like a bean. Shout out to Samsung for teaching this to us, because the moment I inserted them into my ear, I was pretty amazed at how well they fit and how comfortable they were. Even though they went in easily and they fit well enough, the sound was a bit off at first, and I don't think this was quite getting the right seal in my ear, so I looked inside the box for some larger tips, which thankfully exist, and I swapped those out. The fit is now perfect. These headphones, despite the strange look, are certainly comfortable, and I feel confident wearing them for long periods of time with very little ear fatigue. The case for the Galaxy Buds is also a bit jarring at first because I wasn't expecting it to be so tiny. It's actually kind of nice to see how small and compact this case is. But then when I put it next to the AirPods Pro case, it wasn't that much smaller, so I'm not really sure why it was such a surprise, but it does feel smaller, certainly than a lot of other true wireless headphones, but Apple's AirPods case isn't that much larger, it's just wider. The case charges via USB-C and offers an additional 21 hours of playback time compared to Apple's 24 hours, so I imagine the slightly larger size has something to do with the extra 3-hour difference. The Galaxy Buds Live themselves, they do offer more streaming playback rated at 8 hours, which is a few hours more than what the AirPods Pro can offer. Overall, there's a lot going on inside of these weird bean-shaped earbuds. The Buds Live carry 12mm drivers, which do pack a powerful punch and sound profile that we'll touch on here in just a minute, but the Galaxy Buds also boast 3 built-in microphones and a voice pickup unit, which should, in theory, give you some pretty good call quality sound. But I'll let you guys be the judge of that. So this is a test of the Galaxy Buds Live microphone quality. This is what people on the other end would hear when they're on the phone with you. And yeah, comparing this to what's coming out next, which is the AirPods Pro. This is a voice memo of the AirPods Pro, and I would love to know your thoughts, of course, in the comment section down below. Which one you think sounds better, these AirPods Pro, or what you heard before, which was the Galaxy Buds Live. Go ahead and let me know. For the majority of this video, I tested the Galaxy Buds on my iPhone 11 Pro Max, and yes, I am fully aware there are lots of features that I am missing out on by using these on a non-Android device, specifically a non-Samsung device, and so I won't hold any of those features against Samsung. They do have a lot to offer if you're using a Samsung device. To sum it up, Samsung basically offers similar convenient connection features like one-tap pairing and seamless switching between other Samsung devices. So just like the AirPods Pro can do with your iPad Pro or your Apple Watch, the same thing with Samsung's tablet and Samsung's watch. However, on an iPhone, you're not going to get that. You can, however, download the Galaxy Buds app in the App Store and still have access to some features and a way to connect your Galaxy Buds in a much more convenient fashion by just opening up the app, although you do have the traditional Bluetooth method if you decide to do that as well. My recommendation is to just download the app anyways for the software updates because, yeah, my first impressions of the Galaxy Buds Live was not great at all until I installed the app and then downloaded the update for these earbuds. Before I get into that, the rest of the app also shows you your battery levels for the buds in the case, a few preset EQ options, custom touch controls, and tips on how to use the playback control gestures. Those gestures are pretty simple. 1 tap to pause, 2 to skip, and 3 to go back. Long press is what can be customized, and you can set it to either turn on or off active noise cancellation, activate Siri, or volume controls, which is what I have mine set to and what I recommend, because other than that, there's really no easy way to raise or lower the volume. The gestures actually didn't work very well, or really at all, during my first few hours of testing until I updated the software when I downloaded the app. In fact, the long press gesture did not work at all, and neither did ANC. I was actually terribly confused as to why ANC seemed to be no different than when you have it on than having it off. After the update, ANC was a bit more noticeable, but I want to stress that I still don't think it's anything incredible. Maybe it's just me, but there's really just a slight noticeable difference between ANC on and ANC off. Is it better than nothing? Yeah, sure, of course, but I wouldn't put these up against the AirPods Pro in terms of noise cancellation because it's not even close in my book. Which, honestly, for my personal preference, that might be better because a few months ago I did a long-term review on the AirPods Pro and I stressed that I don't use ANC a whole lot because using active noise cancellation for long periods of time really hurt my ears. And so maybe it's just better that there's only a little bit of noise cancellation as opposed to a lot from the AirPods Pro. In terms of sound quality, while I do think the AirPods Pro still sound a bit better, these are really good, especially for the $179 price tag. I'd definitely say they have a more full sound profile than the standard AirPods, but I think the AirPods Pro offer up a bit more balance and clarity. The Galaxy Buds are definitely warmer, and a lot of you out there may like that. There's definitely much more bass over the AirPods Pro, which is not always a good thing in my opinion because songs can get a bit muddy, but again, these are just personal preferences to me, and you might like that sound profile, so who knows. You can toggle the EQ a bit, but I do think that any of those options that they have available for you really don't make the sound that much better. All in all, I am pleasantly surprised with the Galaxy Buds Live. I think these are probably the best pair of true wireless headphones that Samsung has to offer, and for $179 compared to Apple's AirPods Pro, it might be the better option for most of you out there who really don't care about which brand you're using. Obviously, if you're on Android, I'd probably recommend you pick these and not get AirPods. But for those of you on iOS, it's really hard for me to recommend anything other than AirPods or AirPods Pro, simply because of those convenience features and ecosystem integration. But if you don't care about any of that, then yeah, maybe check out the Galaxy Buds Live, why not? Of course, I would love to know your thoughts and what you think of each headphones, more specifically the new Galaxy Buds Live, down in the comments below. They do come in a couple of other colors. I went with white, I don't know why. The other option was black or this bronze that Samsung has put out everywhere, and I'm really getting sick of that color, and I don't really like it that much, but those are other colors available if you're interested. But again, would love to know your thoughts in the comments down below. This has been Dan with Mac Rumors. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you around in the next video.